The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
So, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining me this evening on this Sunday evening bank holiday weekend. I hope you've had a great bank holiday. For those of you that don't know who I am, my name is Sue Thomas, and I am going to share with you this evening this Discover Synergy presentation. But before I do, I'd just like to tell you a little bit more about myself. For those that you don't know who I am, I've been in the wellness industry for about 15 years. As a personal trainer, I had my own personal training studio, and more recently, in the last 5 years or so, as a nutritional therapist, and now as I call myself a health coach, helping people to transform their lives basically through focusing on their nutrition and their movement and their mindset. And what drives me, based on this slide, is serving my clients most effectively. I have a goal to serve 10,000 people. I have a goal to help 10,000 people get to better health, and I want to do that in the next 10 years. And I can't do that on my own. So for me, Synergy is the perfect model to be able to help people get to better health. I apologize. I just had a thing come up on my screen that I just need to get rid of, and I can't get rid of it. And I can't see it to get rid of it. I'm trying to minimize my screen. Bear with me a second. There we go. Sorry. So I apologize for that. So I have this goal of 10,000 people that I want to help to get to better health, and that is what drives me on a day-to-day basis. And by blending my Synergy business with my health coaching business, my existing business, and sharing it with as many other people as possible to help them blend it within their business as well, I can achieve that goal of helping 10,000 people get to better health. But that's not what drives everybody. Financial freedom, more time with your family, better health, replacing a job that you don't like. There are so many reasons why we look for something other than what we're doing, or something that can create a second income stream, particularly things like paying off your mortgage early. If you are someone who would like to be out of the kind of debts, if you like, traditional debts as far as mortgages are concerned, earlier than ever before, then having a second income stream is a great way to be able to do that. Now, it's really interesting because sometimes I think these things come into our sphere of consciousness, and we become more aware than ever before of certain opportunities. And just recently, I've noticed more and more people. My husband turned 50 this year, I turned 50 next year, and I've noticed more and more people who are heading into their 50s saying, actually, you know what? I don't like doing what I'm doing. I don't like working for the people that I'm working for, and I'd like to be able to do something else, but what do I do? And so you can ask yourself, are you building the dreams for somebody else, or are you building your own dream, basically? When I first looked at Synergy, when I first looked at network marketing as a model about 8 years ago, it was actually my husband that said to me, what are you going to be doing when you're 50? Are you going to be working the long hours that you are working, exchanging your time for money, and impacting family life in terms of working in the evening, working all the way through the winter? I had my own health problems in relation to the fact that I was working through very cold winters. He said to me, you need to think about an exit strategy. What are you going to do long term that is going to allow you to continue being self-employed, but not necessarily working the long hours that you're working now, and working hours that are unsociable hours or hours that are outside of what you feel comfortable with, i.e. working through the winter time. But that's not just what it's all about. I know lots of people who are fed up with the commute, who are fed up with working for somebody else, who don't have control, if they aren't their own boss, and they are fed up with working hours, long hours, for not a huge amount of recognition. So we also need to ask, what is our exit strategy? What are we looking at long term? You know, pensions these days, it's £163 a week for a state pension right now, where we are in 2018. I don't think it's going to be there long term. It's going to be far less than that long term. How many of us could logically survive on £163 a week? But actually, in reality as well, how many of us actually want to retire? We are living longer, and if we are focusing on supporting our own health, we can stay very healthy long term. I don't know when I get to 65 whether I'm going to retire completely. I don't think I want to take a complete step back. So by using network marketing as an opportunity to create a residual income, we can actually start to think about replacing or increasing the money that we have to live off when we get to that retirement age. Lots of people in the wellness industry in particular don't have pensions, don't have that kind of exit strategy, don't have that safety net in terms of being able to retire and being able to retire on a decent income. But also, the other thing as well is, what would you do if you couldn't work? I had a period of time about 18 months ago when I didn't work for 6 weeks for personal reasons. I wasn't able to see my clients. I wasn't able to exchange my time for money. I wasn't in a place to be able to do that. But I still had an income coming in from my Synergy business, which makes a huge amount of difference from a kind of security perspective, knowing that there is still that income coming in on a regular basis. If you can't work, what if you were struck down with an illness? Lots of people in the wellness industry do tend to struggle with adrenal fatigue. I know a couple of people have given testimonials on the webinars this last week who've had struggled with autoimmune conditions that have impacted their ability to be able to concentrate and focus on their clients and on their business. And that has affected their ability to be able to work. A number of my clients that I'm working with at the minute are self-employed, and they can't afford to take time out of their business because they have no other income sources. And what Synergy does is allow us to create alternative sources of income. And when you get to that point where you want that exit strategy, what are your options? What are the other options other than network marketing? You could buy an expensive franchise. You could start a traditional business where you have to invest a lot of money. You could take out stocks and shares. You could work more than one job, or you could start a network marketing business for just £200. You don't have any stock to hold. You don't have to buy stock in. You don't have to make a massive investment in having that stock and buying that stock. You don't have to have a shop front. You don't have to have a premises that you pay for. You're trained and fully supported all the way through the development and growth of your network marketing business. And it gives you an opportunity to run your own business, to be your own boss, like never before, basically, without all the extra startup costs. So the direct sales industry, the network marketing industry, is really actually quite huge. It's bigger than many of the other industries that are out there, although it's one of those ones that bubbles under the surface, isn't no one really actually kind of recognizes the value of direct sales, the value of one person talking to another person about a result that they have had, whatever product it is, and that person saying, actually, I'd like to try that, because people buy from people. So the direct sales industry is massive, absolutely massive, and all the large corporates recognize this as well. People buy from people. That's why there's referral programs in every supermarket. Every supermarket, or every bank has, get £100 in your bank account if you refer a friend. That's networking. That's referral marketing. And that's what network marketing is, essentially. And it's $182.6 billion across the globe. And if you break that down into the different products, 63.7 billion products are sold within that 182.6 billion. 63.7 billion are wellness products, and 29.9 billion are personal care products. And Synergy has both wellness and personal care products, which mean we have 51% of the market share available to us of people that are interested in either wellness or personal care. So it's massive. The network marketing industry is massive. It's something not to be ignored, because people, as I said before, people buy from people. But if you are going to work with a network marketing company, you need to be sure that it's the right company for you. And one of the things I really want to reiterate here is that Synergy is not a marketing company. Synergy is a pharmaceutical grade manufacturing company that chooses to use the network marketing model to promote its products. And this is really, really important, because we're not a marketing company that's found a product and we're going out there and marketing it to as many people as possible. We are a pharmaceutical grade supplement company that uses the network model because they know that people buy from people, and that is the most effective way to market your business, basically. But if you're going to work with a company, you want to know that it's got it's internationally based. You want to know that it's financially solid. You want to know that it's got products that people need. We've already seen that it's 51% of the marketplace of the products that Synergy produce within the direct sales industry. You also want to know that your income from it is going to be substantial and it's market leading. And you also, most importantly, and for me, this was the most important thing, you want a company that is recognized for its integrity. And I have been blown away by the way Synergy operates. So Synergy itself was founded by Dan Higginson in 1999, and not long after, a few years after, it was purchased by Nature's Sunshine. So Nature's Sunshine are their parent company. Nature's Sunshine are a debt-free company. They are publicly traded. And this, again, is the most important thing for me, is that they manufacture all of their products in-house. They don't third-party source. So everything is under their very, very strict controls to ensure that the product is exactly how it should be. There are no corners cut. There are no third-party influences. Nature's Sunshine Synergy have complete control over the manufacturing process, and every single product that comes out of that manufacturing plant has, in its lifespan, been tested for various different things over 600 times. Now, if I'm going to put anything into my body, and if I'm going to recommend anything to my clients, I want to know that it is the best of the best. And I am 100% reassured that Synergy are basically testing everything for any kind of impurity, for any kind of toxin, to make sure that the product is efficacious, that it does exactly what it says it's going to do. And plus, we operate in over 20 markets around the world, which again is super important because it means we've got this international focus. I have been to the Nature's Sunshine manufacturing plant, and I understand why Nature's Sunshine / Synergy are on America's most trustworthy companies list, because they are a phenomenally open company. You can turn up the manufacturing plant, you can knock on the door, and you can be given a tour without, you don't have to make an appointment. You can just turn up, someone will come and get you, bring you a white coat and a hat, and they will take you around the manufacturing plant. I have seen how these products are manufactured, and they are manufactured with such a high level of quality. Everything is scrutinized down to, just how long it takes to clean one of the vats that they mix all the raw materials in. Everything is really up there when it comes to quality, which means they are super, super trustworthy. They get accolades for having the best, the most healthy staff and all sorts of things. And they are listed in the top 100 most trustworthy companies. And I can see that, I understand that, and I recognize, and I can see why that is. When we went to the manufacturing plant a few years ago, we were given a tour and we were given a presentation by someone who said, I've only been here for 15 years. I'm considered one of the babies, because everybody, all the staff, stay for long, long periods of time. They're completely loyal because they're treated really well, because they're a very, very trustworthy company. And this is the Hughes Centre for Research and Innovation, which again I've been to, and again completely and utterly blew me away. Over 52 different members of staff with PhDs and masters in all sorts of science, where they do all the research to make sure that the products they are creating are cutting edge. They are at the edge of science, at the cutting edge of science. And the microbiome research that has been done in the Hughes Centre is just groundbreaking. It's keeping ahead of the science that is emerging, and it's making sure that it fits the need in the marketplace for to help people get to better health. The product formulation, they've got labs where everything is formulated, where it's tested, you name it, all happens in this research and innovation centre. The clinical trials, the human clinical trials that they've done on their products, as I said before, all the ingredients are tested. And that was the other thing for me that was really, really interesting. The fact that they source their products, their ingredients, their raw material from around the world, where the best growing season is. So they don't have their own farms to grow the raw materials. They source them from around the world where the best growing season is. So the raw material is the best quality it can possibly be. Because if you have a farm that is located somewhere where the growing season is really poor that year, the quality of the raw material is going to be poor. So we're not interested in putting poor quality raw materials in. We're interested in putting in quality materials that have come from the best growing season. And they have an audit that they go through with these suppliers in wherever the best growing season is, basically. And they go in, and the first thing they look at is the hot water and soap that's in the washrooms for the staff, because they want to know staff are able to wash their hands after they've used the bathroom. That, to me, that level of detail to me is so important. As I said before, if I'm going to put anything in my body, and if I'm going to expect my clients to do the same thing, I want to know that it is the best quality that it can possibly be. And having been to the Hughes Centre and been to the manufacturing plant, I am 100% reassured that when I take a Synergy product, I know I am taking something that is going to do exactly as it says it's going to do, because it's got the best raw materials in it. It's been tested over 600 times for impurities and toxins, and it's efficacious and is full of exactly the right ingredients that's going to give my body what it needs. There is no surprise then that ProArgi-9, which is our flagship product, is listed in the physician's best reference. This is a Bible that is used by the equivalent of GPs in the US, and it's listed as the highest quality L-arginine supplement in the world. Synergy don't ask to be in here. They are put in there. The ProArgi-9 undergoes a series of tests and is put in there as a means by which a GP, the equivalent of GP in the US, can refer to and recommend to their clients if they have an issue that needs to have L-arginine as part of their rehabilitation program. And Synergy operates in over in all the European markets. Now, this is really important as well, because we are really growing in Europe. We're actually really quite small compared to the rest of the world in terms of our active team members to the rest of the world, but we are growing. And because of that, Synergy have recognized that they need to open their European headquarters, which was opened in February of this year. They are moving all their sales and marketing staff there. Their customer services department is there now. And they're really starting to operate from their headquarters in Europe, which again shows just how important the European market is for Synergy, which just shows how there is a huge opportunity out there to help as many people get to better health with all the administrative support that we need to be able to make that happen in the UK. So their chief executive, Greg Probert, identified that we needed to keep it as simple as possible, because if we went complicated, you can almost be a victim of your own success if you make it too complicated. So we have a very simple system that we follow: purify, fortify, and protect. So these are the products that are available to us in the UK. We have our Purify program, which I'm going to go through in a bit more detail in a minute. We have a Ferritin weight management products. We're very, very focused on detoxification and supporting the microbiome and gut health. And we have just recently launched a fantastic probiotic skincare range, and as well a number of products that support kind of overall health and fitness. Now, Purify is really groundbreaking because there's no other company that does this. It is a program of products designed to support the whole of the microbiome. There's this saying, all disease begins in the gut. If we don't support our intestine, then the knock-on effect of that is huge. And many people in 21st century life are not supporting their intestine. And the Purify program gives us a step up, if you like. When we're working with clients, it allows us to help our clients start to see results with us very quickly. And we are in a results-driven industry, in the health industry. And I know some of you are on here aren't from a health perspective, but if someone wants to see a result, if they're going to take a product, they want to see a result fairly quickly. They don't want to wait for 6 months. They want to see that result. And the Purify program actually allows someone to see some results really quite quickly because it detoxifies the body, gets rid of heavy metals out of the system. It clears out all the rubbish in the intestine. It really gets everything moving properly through the intestine and allows us to kind of have more energy, sleep better, have better mental clarity from an early stage of taking the products. So we can really get, if you like, a quick win with a client because they can see that these products really do make a difference to their overall health. So we can purify the system and then we follow it with Fortify, where we're basically looking to kind of strengthen the system, build the system, get the system continuing to repair itself and work as effectively as possible. And we've got 2 different types of protein that we can do that with. Protein is the building blocks for the body. And we've got our E9, which is our energy drink that can really help someone to start to make better choices about their food, start to move better, start to really feel like they are helping themselves get to better health. That whole kind of healthcare, self-care is a new healthcare thing. And then our Protect program, which is our V3 system, builds on some of the work we've already done in terms of purifying the system. We have ProArgi-9 in the Purify program, supporting the whole of the cardiovascular system. And then Vitalife and Mystify, creating the right alkalinity in the body and providing the body with antioxidants that will help with repair and reducing inflammation. And the V3 system really is our kind of long-term support that is our Protect, basically. So Purify, Fortify and Protect is a very, very simple system for anyone to follow. And it's designed to be simple. So it doesn't matter who you are, what industry you're in, you can use that system yourself and you can share it with other people to help them get to better health. But then just recently, with Synergy have also launched their Trulim range, which is the probiotic skincare, which is phenomenal and gets absolutely amazing results, whether it is just anti-aging that someone is looking for, or whether it's someone who's looking to reduce and get rid of a skin condition, for example. So Trulim is something, again, that is really kind of groundbreaking in its science, and there's not many other probiotic skincare that are pitched at the kind of medium price range in the marketplace out there. So we can really help people to see a difference both internally and externally. So why network marketing? Why do it this way? Well, traditionally, we had a manufacturer who would send the products to a distributor, a wholesaler. It would be stored in a wholesale plant, and then we'd have to transport it out to a retailer who had overheads in terms of staff and shop fronts and all that kind of thing before the customer came in and bought the product. And that involves point of sale, it involves advertising, it involves a huge range of different processes that have to be put in place in order to encourage the consumer to go in and buy that product, because they're not having it recommended to them. With a network marketing model, someone is having a product recommended to them. So a network marketing company doesn't advertise, it encourages all its distributors to do the marketing for them, and that's how then we are paid the compensation, the marketing plan, if you like. We are paid to do the marketing. People buy direct from Synergy, but they buy based on a recommendation that we make. So we're cutting out all those different levels. Now people will say, well, it's just a pyramid scheme, isn't it? Well, you know what? Any company is a pyramid scheme. There is a chief executive and there are staff, whether it's middle management, whether it's all the lower levels, whether it's people on the shop floor. There is a pyramid in any organization that you look at, basically. But I can reassure you that network marketing is not a pyramid. With Synergy, everyone buys at the same price. No one is buying at different prices. Everyone is buying at the same price, and everyone is receiving compensation from the marketing plan based on the amount of effort and work that they put in. Network marketing isn't a get-rich quick scheme. Sorry, I get my words out there. Network marketing isn't a get-rich-quick scheme. It is a business opportunity where you can start your own business for a very small amount of money, recommending it to other people and encouraging other people to get to better health. And every business, whether it is a franchise that you started or whether it's a network marketing business that you start, every business has to be treated like a business, and it requires us to put in effort. You don't just start a network marketing in business and then the money starts rolling in. You have to do the work, and your bonus is paid and is reflected by the amount of work that you do. The harder you work, the bigger your bonus will be. And for that reason, what it does is it gives us flexibility, it gives us freedom to be able to do what we feel is right for our business. So if you just wanted to earn enough money each month to get your products for free, that's absolutely fine. If you love the V3 system and you just want to get your products for free, then that's fantastic. If you want to earn a part-time income, so you want to pay your mortgage each month using your Synergy business, £300-400 a month, that's absolutely fine. Or if you don't have that pension and you want to create an income that means long term, you know, you don't need to worry about a pension because you've got that residual income coming in every month, you can do that too. And Synergy is a multi-million-dollar company, and we are growing, we are expanding in Europe. And now is the time to become part of this organization. You can exchange your time for money. But like I said, if you don't work, you don't get paid. So when I had my personal problems 18 months ago, my personal things going on in my life, and I didn't have any, I wasn't working with my clients. If I hadn't had my Synergy business, I wouldn't have been paid. I would have had 6 weeks of unpaid time because my time was what I was exchanging for money. Or you can leverage your time, you can leverage your income, and you can be in hundreds of thousands of places at once, getting an income from every single place. And John Paul Getty says, I would rather have 1% of 100 people's efforts than 100% of my own, because that basically means I'm going to have to work 100% of the time. I don't want to do that. I want to be able to have the freedom not to necessarily work all the time, but still create an income. So we have a very simple 4-step system. You use the products, you share the products, you start to think about building a team, and then you can go on and coach others. You don't have to do all of those. You might just be someone who wants to use the products and get their products for free, and that's absolutely fine. But equally as much, you might be someone who says, you know what, I want to create a long-term residual income to create my my pension for myself long-term. So the first step is to use the products and become a product of the product yourself. You cannot realistically be someone who builds a business if you don't 100% believe in the products. The products are so powerful that if you're using them yourself, you naturally will want to share them with other people. And actually people will be asking you. When I first started, it was only 3 or 4 days in, and I was, at the time I was still running classes as a personal trainer, and my class members were going, oh, what are you doing? You are just bonkers today. What are you on? I need to know what it is you're doing because I want to try it too. So I became very quickly a product of the product. And then you can start to share it. So you can start to share it with other people, between 5 to 10 customers, where you're earning 25% of their orders would happily, easily pay for your own products every month. You could be looking at about earning £200 a month from just 5 to 10 customers. And then gradually, if you choose to and you want to, you can start to build a team. You can start to earn commission and bonuses. And that just starts with looking for 2 other people, basically, who want to do the same thing as you do. Now, there are many ways to earn in Synergy. In fact, there's 7 ways to earn within Synergy. And this is Dan Higginson. Dan Higginson is the founder of the company, as I mentioned earlier on, but he has worked very closely with lots of different network marketing companies assessing their compensation plan. And what he's done is he's taken the best bits of all these other compensation plans and put them into the Synergy compensation plan, so that it is market leading, so that it's really up there in terms of how you can get paid, and it's designed to be very cooperative and encourage everybody to support each other and work together. And that really is the ethics of the company as well. They are very, as we said earlier on, they have very high integrity, but the ethic of the company is to encourage everybody to work together as a team and to really support each other and build each other up so that everybody's income grows. So the one thing that I want to concentrate on is the Mega Match bonus. The Mega Match bonus is where you sponsor someone into your business and you support and help them to grow so that they are sponsoring people as well. And we are paid a basic commission on our, without going into too much detail, on our weaker leg. Everything that person earns through their basic commission, you will earn too. So if you sponsor someone into the business who's earning £150 in basic commission, you would earn that £150 too. So if your goal is to achieve £1,000 a month, you need 10 people who are earning £100 a month in basic commission to achieve that £1,000 a month. That's just the Mega Match bonus, and that's not all the other bonuses on top there. But that's a very simplistic way of helping you to understand that actually all the work you do with a personal sponsor into the business, you are rewarded for being a mentor to them. If you sponsor 2 people into the business, so you've used the product yourself and you've got some customers, and now you start thinking, you know what, I'm going to share this. I'm going to share this with a few other people who also might have customers and clients that they want to share it with. So if you sponsor 2 people into the business, one on right leg and a left leg, and you help them to get 5 to 10 customers, you would hit the first pin title, we call it, which is Star. And your average income at Star is about £235 a month. That can make a massive amount of difference to people. That could be a credit card payment every month. That could be part of a mortgage. That could be a monthly food bill. Not in my house, unfortunately, but it could be a monthly food bill if it's just a couple of you in the house. And then as you grow, that kind of next step is to start helping and supporting others, coaching those new team members and getting those new team members to bring people into the business as well. So as your 2 new team members also recruit 2 new team members, you could hit the next level, which is bronze, the next pin title, which is bronze, and you would be looking at about £310 on average per month of extra income. And then it keeps building from there. You start to duplicate. So those team members are sharing it with new people, and those new people are also sharing it with new people. And you are earning from every level deep in this industry. Every person you sponsor into the business, what they are paid in basic commission, you are paid too, but you are also paid on your own basic commission as well. So you can really start to see an increase in your money, your income, as your team members start to grow. So if you are looking at recruiting or helping your team members to recruit more people, you can hit the level of silver, which is £535 per month. And then we really start to get to the leadership levels where we can really begin to see a residual income coming in every month. At team leader level, where we are really seeing duplication in the business, really coaching and mentoring people to help them grow and help their team members grow, we can be earning in excess of £1,000 a month. At director level, we can be earning in excess of £3,000 a month. And that is just you starting with 2 team members that you are supporting and coaching, helping them get their customers and helping them think about the other people that they know that might also be interested in using these products. And the products are phenomenal. They get such incredibly powerful results for people. They are so transformational for people's health that it is a natural and easy thing to share with other people, because health these days is so poor. The quality of food that we consume these days is so poor that is inevitably affecting how we are feeling on a daily basis. And we can provide a solution, a targeted nutrition solution, then we're going to help people get to better health, and they are going to naturally want to share it on. And then at the top levels, you've got Pearl Executive, you've got Presidential, and that's when you really start to see quite big bonus checks coming in every month of in excess of £10,000. And Synergy have their incentives as well. They encourage people to kind of work towards different incentives. A number of people have just come back from the leadership retreat, which was in Formentera, which is an island in the Mediterranean, I think it is, or just off Ibiza. An all expenses paid trip for a number of people who have hit certain levels in the business. And then that grows. There's director's retreat, there's legacy retreat as well. And you can work with the person that brings you into the business to understand how you can achieve those different incentive trips. And they really are very special, very special. It's all expenses paid. You are treated like an absolute queen or king if you're male, but you are basically given the real VIP 5-star treatment. So the Synergy success cycle. Who do you know that would benefit from using the product? You might be using them yourself already. Can you think about somebody else that you think would benefit from using the product? Get in touch with them, talk to them about it, get them to listen to a Discover Synergy webinar to see whether they think, yeah, this is something that I would like to do. I'd like to create that extra £300-400 a month. Any business is built on those people that want to create £300-400 a month. It's very simple, it's very duplicatable. And as I said before, the products get such powerful results that it is very easy to talk to other people and get them to have an interest in it. That is how people buy. They buy from people. Network groups are proliferating because people want to go and meet other people, and they buy their services from those people that they know and trust. If you look at Facebook, for example, people are always on there looking for recommendations because they want other people to recommend to them someone that they can use because they want to know, like, and trust them. And that's what we do with network marketing. It's all about know, like, and trust. It's all about the people that we know. If we like them, we trust them, we will buy from them. And you can start to build a residual income based around that principle, based around a principle of serving people and helping people get to better health, and based around a principle of making recommendations to people that will help them achieve better health and help everyone they know get to better health if they want to. So we can create this really successful cycle of recommending the products to other people and starting to create an income. So all that leaves me to do then is to say thank you for your time this evening. I apologize I went on slightly longer than 30 minutes, but I do get so passionate about this subject because for me it makes complete logical sense. If you are in business and you want to serve your clients more effectively, to have a program that gets incredible results, a very simple program that a client can follow, it makes logical sense, and it's the best program that you will find. But if you are also someone who just wants to create a residual income and create that extra income, you can share this with lots of people that you can get your products for free, they can get their products for free, and so on and so forth. So as I say, thank you so much for your time tonight. I really do appreciate it. If you haven't looked at network marketing before, do go back and talk to the person that introduced you to the webinar, because you won't regret taking a closer look at Synergy, because the results that we can achieve for people are phenomenal, the transformational results, but also the income results that we can get to help people get as well can be transformational for people's lives too. So I do appreciate your time tonight. Thank you so much. And as I say, if you're new to this, go back to the person that that originally introduced you to the webinar, have a conversation with them, because it's worthwhile taking a more detailed look. Thanks so much. Have a great rest of the evening, and I'll talk to you all very soon. Bye-bye.